I actually love the Estoc or the English tuck blade specifically because this is a weapon that allowed the sword to still be useful at a time when, well, swords weren't generally really useful. In the 15 and 1600s, armor had gotten heavy to such a point that blades really weren't going to be nearly as useful against it. Generally speaking, when you had a cavalryman, the weapon that they were typically using for melee combat was going to be something like a mace or an axe or a pick, something that was going to be able to pierce enemy armor or just bash it. Because slashing blades were not going to be getting through this thing. The problem with maces and things like that, though, is that they were typically shorter, which meant that you had to get even closer to the enemy in order to be able to use it. And on horseback, that can be a little bit harder. So the Estoc was utilized as a sidearm because it was a blade that was not actually sharp. And by that, what I mean is that the length of the blade was not sharp, only the point, and the entire thing was reinforced so that you would be able to stab and find gaps in the enemy's armor. And so thus the way that it could be utilized by cavalrymen was almost like a lance if a lance was a sword.